Okay. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وارنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. يا حي يا قيوم يا بديع السماوات والأرض يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. اللهم إنا نسألك أن تحيي قلوبنا بنور معرفتك أبدا يا الله يا الله يا الله يا رحمن يا رحيم برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين آمين. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين. We have been studying the chapter Abasa, and let's remember what we have studied so far. In the story told that the prophet approached a noble of his own community, and while he was speaking to him, a blind man approached him. That is what the story tells, but we are going to practice the content of these verses within our real life conditions or real life terms. But for a purpose, I'm doing this. So a blind man approached, and he frowned at him, saying that, look, I'm busy with a very important case. So very important man, hoping that if he converts or accepts the message, the result will be much better for the benefit of the message. But in the course of the chapter says, no, you cannot guarantee, you don't know who is going to be really faithfully embrace your message and will benefit from your reminder. You don't know. It is not up to you to convert people, to remind people. Your duty is only to convey the message and no more than this, because the result will be in the hands of the Creator, and He creates everything with wisdom according to what the people really deserve. We don't know people's hearts. That's why we said, okay, this means that we have to be open-minded and we have to be approachable in both ways. One is the people can come us and ask us if they want to learn anything from us, and also we have to be approachable to the people if they want to tell us something. We have to listen to them, we have to benefit from them. So rather than applying it to the life of the prophet, the messenger of God, we said, yes, it may be the case. Of course, the Quran speaks to every age, every era, every conditions of any society. So it is, the Quran speaks to the era of the prophet, the age of the prophet, and the people around him, as well as my Creator, our Creator, speaks to us according to our life conditions. So we don't have to deny that it happened during the life of the prophet, the messenger of God, but taking notice of this practice of the prophet, as it is narrated in the history, we have to say, okay, what am I going to do with this message? So the Quran emphasized that this is a reminder you can only convey the message, convey the reminder, but you cannot guarantee that people or those people who listen to you will be reminded, will benefit from it. We cannot guarantee that. Especially one type was described in the previous verses, that those people who feel self-sufficient. It means they don't need guidance. They can guide themselves. They can find the truth by themselves. They can explain their existence by their own way of reasoning. They don't need any advice. They don't need any external advisor or reminder. So the Quran says, you are not supposed to be concerned with anyone who feels self-confident, self-sufficient. But be ready, prepare yourself, make yourself available for those people who really feel that they need reminder, which means they don't feel self-sufficient. They say, we have concerns, questions, but I myself cannot answer those questions, neither can anyone in this world answer those questions. That is very important. This point is important. We human beings have questions. We cannot get sure answers to those questions. For example, why do I exist in this world? Why does the universe exist as it is? How the universe came into existence and still continuing to exist in a very interesting manner, in a very interesting way. It is so amazing what is going on in the world, but there seems to be no one doing this as if the things are happening as they are. But human mind asks the questions and investigates whether it is possible for the things in the universe or whole universe or myself to exist by myself. I say, well, I exist by myself. I don't know. I'm not aware of anything at all. And my components of my physical body, the components of the physical body, don't seem to be to have consciousness, knowledge, power, or any necessary qualities to make themselves appear in existence by themselves. So I don't know, lots of questions. Who is operating on me? Who brought me into existence? Who brought the universe into existence? How he brought it? Which kind of qualities are needed in order to explain the existence of the universe and the purpose in its existence? Most amazing question. What is the purpose that the universe exists? What's the purpose that I exist? I'm not a fixed, static being. It means my existence is not static. It is dynamic. It is continuously changing. Why? How? No answer. I see some signs in the universe, but signs point to what? Every part of the universe has the same signs. And I cannot locate where these signs point to within the universe. It puzzles me. It really puzzles me. It is my serious, genuine question. I cannot refer these signs to anything, to any part of this universe. But there are interesting things are going on. I am puzzled. I am bewildered. Now, I need some source to explain it to me. At least this source must tell me what is the purpose of my existence. Where am I being taken? Because I don't want to become old. I don't want to age, but I am aging without my desire, without my choice. And I'm sure I'm going to die as well. Since I'm going to die, what is the point in living? At the end, I will die and lose everything. And it seems to be, at first glance, existing and living with huge human qualities, very precious human qualities, seems to be meaningless. But they are so precious, so perfect, they cannot be meaningless in their existence. So it is perplexing my mind, confusing me. The things seem to be so perfect, but I see no purpose in this perfection. Nadia Robinson Khalifa. Now, my video. Now, how can I turn the video off? I can do it for you. I can do it for you. Let me see your video. If I can find it. Of course, thank you, you did it. Excellent, thank you very much. It's so perfect, perplexing. So, if someone says, I don't need the answer, I just live and enjoy my life and let me be alone. Okay, fair enough, go ahead. But I myself cannot choose this option because I really take seriously what the purpose of my existence can be. There is no answer within the universe. So I say there must be something, whoever, whatever, is the cause, the originator of this universe must let me know, because he gave me the quality of consciousness, awareness, to ask this question and seek the answer. I want the answer. Whoever made me with the need of the answer. If there was no need for the answer, the one who made me wouldn't give me the quality to need for an answer. So if there is a need in my existence, the source of my existence is telling me that there must be an answer. Search for it, look for it. Of course, I am a creature, I'm a person who learns by searching, by investigating. So I have to search for the answer. Of course, here we are. There are various venues available for us which claim to be the answer from the creator of the universe. Therefore, from my creator, I have to investigate it. So we are not going to investigate this, but we should understand that one of these sources, which claim to be the speech, the reminder of this, of the answer, is what we are studying here. And we will say, or we will ask this question to this source: are you the reminder? And the way it speaks tells us, okay, I am open for your criticism, critical reading. Think if I am the right reminder. It means if I provide you an answer which is confirmed by your instincts, by your consciousness, by your conscience. It means by yourself as you are. Because by definition, if my creator is speaking to me, and if my creator is providing the answer to my questions, the questions must be confirmable, acceptable by myself, as I am created with these qualities, so that the creator, my creator, should make it clear for me that this is his reminder. So while we have been studying all this, I just brought the subject in order to study a very important word here. As you see on the screen, that the 18th chapter, which is the chapter Abasa, called Abasa. So the chapter Abasa, verse number 11 says, Kalla innaha tadhkara, which means simple, rough translation. We are not really very much concerned with the precise translation, which is not easily possible. So we pass over it, don't pay attention to it, roughly understand the translation, but get into the real meaning of it and try to apply it to our real life conditions. The translation says, no, indeed, it is a reminder. Now, reminding what? Now, reminder by definition, tazkira, dhikr, remember, tazkira, the one which reminds. For example, I asked, let's be not personal, my friend, let me say, she's my friend as well. She's my niece, but my friend as well. I said, look, I need your computer today in order to have this conversation on Zoom, and at the same time YouTube. My own computer or laptop doesn't allow me to do that. Its capacity is so narrow. So it is a simple one, but this is a little bit more complicated, so it functions better. I said, please remind me that I should get your laptop. And she came today around at 6 o'clock and said, shall I bring you the laptop? It means she reminded me what I wanted. Reminder by definition means I know something, but I may forget, I may ignore, I may deviate from that. And somebody comes and says, hey, you should go this way, you should do this, and you should understand in this way. So I will say, really? Is it so? I will try to remember what the reality was. It means we have something in our existence, but for any reason, I may not really use it. I may have not developed it, improved it. I may forget about it, or I might have deviated myself from this original reminder, from original thing, whatever the thing that I will need to remember, original answer within myself. And the reminder comes and says, hey, this is the truth. Do you remember now? Exactly, reminds me. So reminder necessarily requires that I have something, I knew something, and it comes and refreshes my memory about what I already knew before. That is the reminder. So in order to understand this really in terms of my own life, I have to go back to another verse. Okay, this one. So this verse says, again, a rough translation, this verse says, and whenever, sorry about the spelling mistake, whenever your Lord brings forth their offspring from the lines of the children of Adam, he thus calls upon them to bear witness about themselves. About themselves. It's very interesting. Am I not your sustainer? To which they answer, yeah, indeed, we do bear witness to that. It means there is something in me which bears witness about who my sustainer, who my Lord is. To which they answer, yes, indeed, we do bear witness to that. Of this, we remind you, lest you say on the day of resurrection, of course, we have to study what the day of resurrection really means without taking for granted what we hear from here and there, what is really the day of resurrection. Verily, we were unaware of this, so we shouldn't say that, well, I didn't know. I did not have the quality to acknowledge who my Lord is. So it means I have something in me. So this verse is taken from another context. So whenever your Lord brings forth their offspring from the lines of the children of Adam, it means I am brought forth from the loins of the children. It means I am great, whatever it is, grandfather Adam's great grandchildren, like yourself. It means from my father and his father, her mother, whatever, the sequence goes and goes and goes, whatever. That's not our concern. It means I am one of the human beings, okay? He thus calls upon them. It means I'm reading the verse in my own life conditions. So the Creator who created me from the loins of, it means really as the descendants of Adam, it means a human being. And my Creator calls upon me to bear witness about myself. It means, what does it mean, do you think? To bear witness about myself. It means look at myself, consider my own existence, investigate which kind of qualities I have been endowed with, which kind of instinctives I have been given, feelings, emotions. Look at myself, my awareness, my power of reasoning, my power of questioning, evaluating the answers to these questions, confirming, rejecting through my free will. I bear witness about myself means really seriously consider my own qualities given to me by my Creator. My Creator is speaking to me now that, look, I have created you with certain qualities, but you don't take notice of it. Come on, look at them. Think about your own qualities. Can you not recognize what the truth is, what not the truth is? Recognize. That is important when you are taught. Now, this is the example I give in these kind of classes very frequently. We are human beings are given the qualities to learn. To learn what? Some qualities are given to us when we are taught. These qualities develop into practical terms, and I learn it. When I learn it, I am aware whether what I learned is true or not. If I'm really careful, if I'm not biased. By learning what I am doing, I am discovering, becoming aware of what was, what has been within myself. That is important. For example, I go to school and my teacher teaches me that, with a simple example, I give this as like a joke. Says 2 plus 2 makes 4. As a child, I listened to the teacher, 2 plus 2 makes 4. I heard of it. But in the course of time, as I practice this information in my practical life, I become sure that really 2 plus 2 makes 4. It means I had already been given the quality to confirm what is right, what is wrong. But unless I am taught, unless I am reminded, I don't learn it. I don't become aware of this quality ingrained within my own existence. That is very important. It is within my own existence, but it doesn't come up. It doesn't emerge. It doesn't develop unless I am reminded, unless I am taught. For example, this my examples of mathematics, 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Now you go to the college level, teacher, a professor teaches you something. You first listen to him or her. And you say, professor said this. And then put it under consideration. While you are listening, or later on, you ponder over what the professor taught you. You say, that is really true. Or in some cases, it may happen, actually, it happens very frequently as far as the ideological, interpretative side of the teaching in the secular education systems is concerned. Interpretative side of it, mostly wrong. You realize it, but interpretation of it, wrong. For example, if someone says 2 + 2 makes 4, naturally, 2 + 2 makes 4 is correct, but naturally is questionable by itself, accidentally. 2 + 2 makes 4 by itself. This is a system. This is an order. Can order happen by itself naturally? I question. I say, using my own instincts, 2 + 2 makes 4 is correct. I confirm that easily. But it happens naturally by itself? That is a big question. Can order happen by itself? An order universally valid, which is applicable for each and every being in the universe. That is something impossible to accept. Let's say 1 trillion events happened, even one of them became perfectly within order, cannot survive because of the way the universe functions. Everything at every moment, at every stage of their existence, perfectly compatible with each other, perfectly within an order, harmoniously working, although they have no conscience. I say, wait a minute. The order of the universe, so perfectly functioning with no exception, in various ways, although everything has a unique characteristics pertaining to their own life conditions or the conditions of existence. Everything is unique, but at the same time, everything is harmoniously working together within a perfect order, as much as I can see. I cannot accept that this is happening haphazardly, accidentally. I say 2 + 2 is equal to 4, but not accidentally. No, it is a deliberate arrangement. There must be a conscious planning behind it, behind the order of this universe. 2 + 2 is a piece from the piece of the order of the universal way of creation, way of existing. So when I am listening to the professor, my instinct learns, it means emerges, develops, awakens, that what teacher is teaching me may be correct, but what he interprets it may not be correct. May be correct, may not be correct. But within the conditions of our life time here, where we are living, because of the education system is based on secularist ideology, which is a really very strong political ideology, which rejects the explanation of the universe in terms of a conscious originator, creator, doesn't seem to be acceptable to my instincts, to my human nature. I say, yes, what the physical description of the events you are teaching me makes sense. I can confirm it. I learned. I thank you very much for teaching me. But secularists' interpretation of this event doesn't make sense to me. What happened now, it reminded me what I learned in the universe, that I can confirm. My instinct confirms it. The way I am created, I am made, confirms it. But in terms of interpretation, secularist interpretation, my human nature cannot confirm it. I'm sure your human nature also is very, very doubtful, at least not rejecting straight away what they teach, the interpretation of it. Yeah, but secularist interpretation of it does not make sense. Who is witnessing? I am witnessing. I am witnessing about the truth. What makes sense to me? What doesn't make sense to me? This is the truth. But this truth doesn't pop up by itself. This truth comes out only after being reminded. That is a very interesting process. We have to be careful about our reality. I cannot learn if I'm not taught, if I don't experience something. It means if I don't attempt the means of teaching, I cannot learn. I have to hear, I have to be reminded in order to learn it. It means in order to awaken, shaken up my instinct. So here is the verse I read from the Quran. It is shaking up my instinct. Am I not your Lord, the one who created you, takes care of you, administers you, manages your existence, controls all the things you need, provides everything you need? I am the one who created the universe. I am doing this to you. I am your Lord. He is teaching me. After being reminded, I say, oh, yeah, indeed. I really do bear witness that I have a Lord. It means I am created, and the one who created me is taking care of all the necessities of my existence and managing on my existence, giving me the babyhood, childhood, youth, young age, whatever, and very old age as I am now, experiencing, making me go through the endless stages of experience, giving me the opportunity to investigate what the reality of existence is, none of the two moments of existence is the same. They are not the same. It means innumerable witnesses of existence in order to know what the source of existence can be. So I understand through my own life experience that after being reminded, I bear witness that yes, definitely I have a Lord. If I am not reminded, I would just live as I am interacting with the rest of my world and say, oh, there's something interesting things are going on. And I don't know why. I cannot know. How can I know? I cannot speak to the mountains, to the air, to the sun and the moon, whatever, and the stars at night in the sky. Hey, where did you come from? They say nothing. They just say, we are wonderful beings. That's it. But they say it through their natural way of existing. It means the way they exist, through their existence. Oh, we are wonderful beings. There's very interesting things are going on in our existence. You have the intelligence. You investigate. I say, I investigate, but I go nowhere because I cannot go out of the universe. How can I explain the source of the existence of the universe since I cannot go out of the universe? But the one who gave me existence, who gave the universe existence, must remind me so that while I am living in this world, I should not say that, oh, I didn't know. I was unaware of this reality. Because while I am living in this world, a reminder reaches me. If the reminder didn't reach me, I don't know. There is no teacher. How can I learn? Of course, I am innocent. And the Quran also says, if we did not send any reminder to any people, we don't take them to task. We don't take them to give an account for what they have done in their life in this world. But when the reminder reaches me, I have to listen to it and evaluate whether I can confirm it or not. It means I have to look for the answer which I can confirm. Now, it is what we are reading here says, now I am reminding you now, the creator of the universe, as your creator, am I not your Lord? Who is operating on you? I said, oh yeah. I say, yeah. The one who created me is really adjusting my life, is really operating over me, is really managing my existence and putting it in a perfect harmony with the rest of the universe, a conscious arrangement. I say, yeah, my creator is my Lord. I confirm this. Now, while I am living in this world, I have no excuses saying that there was no teacher. There was, there is. Here it is. I'm reading. There is. But some people may not be aware of it. Oh, I respect their position. I'm not saying, oh, no, they should be. I don't know other people's life conditions. I don't pass any judgment, which I learned in my studying Abasa. Don't judge any, don't pass any judgment about other people, but you should be careful about yourself. Have you received the reminder? Did you hear that some people call themselves the messenger of God who brings the message from the Creator in order to answer the human questions. I heard of it. I heard of it. Did I investigate it? Depends on my choice. I have free will. I can take this reminder seriously or not. It's up to me. I am free. So this verse says, on the day of resurrection, I should not claim that I shouldn't be able to claim that I was unaware of it. So what is the day of resurrection? In the language of the original text, it says Yawm al-Qiyamah, which is the context Yawm al-Qiyamah, which is normally we should say Yawm al-Qiyamah. Qiyam means standing up, erecting, coming to yourself. Here I am, being aware of your existence. Yawm, the word Yawm, the day, it's translated into English as day or the day, al-Yawm. So, because it is muzaf, and I am not going to go into the grammatic structure. Yawm al-Qiyamah means al-Yawm. That is definite. So al-Yawm means the day. What is the day? Qiyamah. It means standing up, becoming aware of yourself. Being resurrected means you didn't know, now you know. You are giving a new existence now after being taught. This is a very important understanding of the concept of Qiyamah. We simply say it resurrection or hereafter. It's a very cheap way of dealing with the word. It's very simple, but what it really means when you stand up, Qiyam. You know the word Qiyam, while you are standing up, when you pray, you stand up, it is called Qiyam. You are standing up, saying that, look, I am going to declare what I am, who I am, what my reality is. The Yawm in the language of the Quran means the moment. But this moment can be a second, even smaller. Any moment can be, for example, from the beginning to the end of anything. El-Yawm means the Yawm of human being is usually 80, whatever, 70, 80, 90 years in terms of the solar system, of course. We are talking in terms of solar system. But if we think, what is the Yawm of the universe? The day of the universe. From the beginning to the end of its existence is a day. A day. The circulation of spinning of the earth around itself, rotating around itself, completing one circle is called a day. Yeah, that is the word of the day in the language of the Quran. So when the moment I stand up, I become aware of my reality after being taught. It means when I am resurrected, re-erected, as if resurrection means recreation. Now, I didn't know before. Now I know. I am a different creation now. I am a different creation now. Before I was ignorant of something, now I am created with the knowledge of it. I know it now, I learn it now. So before the reminder, I didn't know whether I had a Lord or not. It means owner. I didn't know. I just said, well, I happen to be like this. But when I am reminded, after that I learned, I am resurrected. It means I am given a new existence. It means that is the moment of my qiyam, becoming aware of my reality, who I am now. I have a Lord. Now, I have been given the ability to confirm the message. If the reminder, the message is confirmable by my nature, the way I am created. So, reminder, we have different reminders. Most explicit reminder is, who will tell me, most explicit reminder is, who will, let me see. Hatice is a death. No, I don't mean that. Reminding my reality to learn, that I can learn from. Nada says Quran. H. Beza says death. They are right answers, but not the answers I mean here. What is the most explicit reminder? The answer came out. My existence, the existence of everything. I am here. I am always interacting with the universe. It reminds me something. At least it says, look, I am wonderful. I am beautiful. I am useful. I am here to serve you. Lots of, look, I am well arranged. I am well formed. I am wisely arranged. I have purpose in my existence. Lots of reminders are coming to me. But still, my own instincts, my own feelings, my own conscience, my own reasoning, my own consciousness, also reminders. They come and urge me to question this, to ask this. What is it for? What are you doing in this world? What is the purpose of your life? Why do you do that? Lots of things are coming from within my own existence. And also, somebody said, right, they are all right. Nada said, the Quran, yeah. The speech of my creator, verbal explanation of my creator. And my reality, as H. Beza, our friend, said, death. I am reminded that there is something interesting. Strange things are going on. Although I love living, I love being alive, but inevitably death is created. It also calls me to think about my reality. But most explicit of it, the external universe. The second most explicit and experiential of it, my own human qualities. And also what needs to be taken care of so that I will search for it, the Creator's speech to me. three of them come together, and all of them remind me my reality. But there is one another element. The person who is employed to convey the message to humankind, human beings, in their life, they put the message they received from the Creator into practice their own life, in their own life. The way they live, the way they behave is also a reminder. It is also a reminder not only for the people around him, it is also his life experience. His life experiences are also reminders for me, because he practices the message within the conditions of his lifetime necessities, lifetime conditions, but the way he practices the message according to the capacity of the message, which is the speech of the Creator, according to the capacity of the message, the speech of the Creator must be coming from infinite knowledge. The Creator must be infinite. It means not limited with the universe. It means absolute. If the speech is coming from the knowledge of the absolute being, the content of the knowledge must include in it infinite knowledge. Infinite knowledge means a message which is applicable to the life of every human being who hears it. And the practice of this message by the messenger must have also universal quality in it. But it needs to be studied, as the message needs to be studied, in order to see the universal capacity, universal dimension of the message. Of course, we learn only when we study. We think about it, we reflect on it under the teachers who learned before us. Maybe we may take it one step ahead by including our own personal experience. It looks like, I hope that you are aware of the conditions of doing PhD, a doctorate study. I mean, you must know that master's study, doctorate study means very simple, explain it in a simple way. You learn from the previous experiences of the people, right? And you said about the subject is the other researchers found out this and this and this and this. It's okay, you learned them. And you say, oh, it makes sense. Oh, this doesn't seem to be so correct. Whatever. You come to a conclusion. And then your advisor asks you, okay, did you learn what has been discovered until now within your own specific field of study? You say yes. Okay. Use your own capacity, use your own conditions, life conditions, and utilize your previous experiences. Take it one step ahead. Add something as you benefit from your life conditions, because you learned it, you learned the previous accumulated information about the specific field of your study. Now you are expected to take one step ahead, so that the following generations will take it one step ahead. Exactly like this. The content of the message of the speech of the Creator, the speech of the Creator is, by definition, must be infinite. We have to be careful. Content is infinite. The language is there, static. For example, mean continuous, but as we understood resurrection today, as we understood, am I not your sustainer, the question as a reminder today, was contextualized within the conditions of my real life condition, real life. I understood resurrection in a slightly different way than what you hear from the previous scholars. I learned from them as much as I could, and I said, okay, let me do my thesis now. I learned all this. How about after learning all this, can I take it one step ahead? One step, only one step, as much as I can, so that I can recover the universal message contained in the speech of the Creator, one layer ahead. One layer ahead. Do you understand? But if someone does not study in the primary school, can he learn anything by joining the secondary school? If he has not gone through the primary, elementary school education? No. Look, as I learned, my capacity of learning becomes ready to go one step ahead. When I study secondary school, high school, and college, and my master degree, it means further education, and I accumulated all the information. Now I am ready to give one more fruit ahead of my previous ones. Exactly how the speech of the Creator must be studied, so that we will be reminded one step ahead at every generation. One step ahead, one step ahead. Because the content of the speech of the Creator, the content is not static. It must be dynamic by definition. So we have to learn from the previous scholars. It means we have to go to the primary school and secondary, high, college level, master degree, and then get to prepare myself in order to become a PhD candidate. In order to write my thesis, I have to go all the three through this, and then one step ahead. Otherwise, if I study high school only and didn't further my education, stopped there and went back to life and start doing something, Can I go one step ahead? No, it must be, I mean, this is an analogy. I must be ready in order to submit my thesis. And I have to go all through the stages which are necessary. Otherwise, I learn something. I have to understand, I learned something at the high school level. At the college level, I learned something, but I cannot claim that I can reproduce a new understanding of the infinite knowledge of the Creator. I have to know my limits. I have to know my capacity. Unless I become a PhD candidate, I should just learn what was taught before from the teachers. Yeah, I'm learning, of course. I am learning what the content of the speech of the Creator. Of course, that is from the speech of the Creator, but I cannot claim to reinterpret it and make it adjustable to my life conditions. I cannot do that because I'm not ready for it. So we have to know our limits. If somebody really studies the previous scholars' work, so that when he feels that he can go one step ahead, okay, welcome. Of course, we don't know who is at what level. We cannot really say, you cannot speak in this way or not, but we must be honest to ourselves. Can I do something, some additions to the previous studies of the infinite knowledge of God revealed in the scriptures? Can I do that? I can't. I must have declared that I am still benefiting from the previous one very heavily. I'm really seriously studying those people, what they said. I feel that, oh, they have an enormous heritage. Really, I have to learn it and then try to see if I can apply it to my life conditions. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. This is my life. This is my personal life. I have been studying the Quran more than half a century. That's what I declare. I am not a candidate, PhD candidate, but I feel that enormous, enormous heritage we have. Really, we have to study and try to come closer to our lifetime. What are the nearest scholars to my age said about it? Because they have studied the previous ones and apply it to their life conditions, which is the 19th century, 20th century life conditions, which is closer to my life. But I live now in the 21st century. So I must be ready for the 21st century. In order to be ready for the 21st century, I must look for PhD candidates in taking or discovering the infinite knowledge inculcated into the Quranic teaching appropriate to my life conditions. So everybody has his own opportunities. Now, let's come back to our verse. Okay. No, I made a mistake. Now it says, no, it is indeed, it is a reminder. We understood now. the universe, the speech of the creator, scripture, which is revelation, and the prophetic teaching, prophetic exemplary life, together with my instincts, whatever is endowed within my human quality, not my flesh, of course, within my human quality, my intelligence, my consciousness, my conscience, my feelings, emotions, my reasoning. Now, they all work together as reminders. Now, including the Quran, including the prophetic exemplary life, are reminders, reminding what is already ingrained in my existence. I can confirm it if it is really the reminder came from my creator. If it is not, I cannot. So the second verse says, for anyone who desires to bear it in mind. What does it mean? I'm studying now, I'm passing to the verse 12. For anyone who desires to bear it in mind. فَمَنْ شَاءَ ذَكَرَهُ. Now, for anyone who desires to bear, I understand. If I don't desire to remember any reminders, none of the reminders can help me. No, because my doors are closed, my eyes are closed, my ears are closed, my mind is closed. You speak to me, it doesn't make any sense to me because I don't desire to be reminded. Okay, you understand that I must be open-minded. If someone comes and says, my God, our creator told me this, I would say, really? Let me hear. Let me see. Let me think about it. Let me reflect on it. Yeah, I must be open. Okay, but to bear it in mind, in the Quran also, it says, ذَكَرَهُ, wants to remember it. شَاءَ ذَكَرَهُ, desires to remember it. Remember what? It. So it can be this, the word it, to bear it, may refer to any kind of reminders that we taught. Specifically, historically, the scholars referred to the Quran, but it doesn't have to be. There are some scholars say, remind that for anyone who desires to bear, it means what the universe reminds to human beings. What the universe reminds to human beings. What human instincts remind to human beings. What the prophetic exemplary life reminds to human beings. We can refer it to anything. To my mind, you can understand the word, this word, it, the pronoun it, according to your engagement. If you are studying the Quran, you can say, of course, I desire to bear what the Quran teaches in mind. If you are looking at something in the creation, you say, oh, the creation reminds me this. And I have to question, I have to reason about what it reminds me. If I'm thinking of myself, saying that, what am I doing in this world? Is life worth living? Why do I bother about a lot of things? things. Why am I happy? Why am I sad about something? It means I have to desire to bear what my conscience, what my instincts, what my human qualities are reminding. So I have to bear them in mind. Depending on my life conditions, I can understand this pronoun it according to my life conditions. Not necessarily on the Quran. And also, I'm not making it up. Some scholars took it as the Quran. Some scholars took it as the signs from the universe. Some scholars took this pronoun it as human instincts, human real self. As the previous verse we studied, human beings, when they are asked who your Lord is, we are given, after being reminded, I am giving the quality to acknowledge who my Lord is. So you can use all of them. That's a very beautiful way of reading the Quran because it gives me the all options according to my life conditions, real life conditions. Okay, the verse 13 says, in honored scriptures. It means suhuf, suhuf mukarramah. Those who know Arabic a little bit, so fi suhuf mukarramah, it means honored scriptures. Suhuf means pages, literally, scrolls. We know that the Quran says al-kitab in the context, in some context, al-kitab, the book, which consists of suhuf. It means pages, pages. Sometimes within the, of course, according to the context, sometimes the Quran refers to itself, the book. Sometimes Quran refers to the universe as the book of God, where he writes through creation about what the reality is. It means he describes himself in writing in the form of creation in the universe. In this case, scripture means every creature, every phase of the existence is a page of the creation. As you read the book, you read one page. When you understand what it is written there, you turn to the other page. Exactly the universe, every moment presents a page to be written, to be read, to be read. Scripture, a page, sahifa. Of course, suhuf, the plural form of sahifa. So suhuf means the plural of pages, sahifa. So one page is presented to us, another page is presented to us immediately afterwards to be read. Or you can understand one creature is a page for you to read, and then another creature you can see to be read. It is a page of the book of the universe. So everything which carries the message from the Creator is an honored page for me. Honored page means really, really very precious. I have to appreciate its value. I have to utilize it. So, verse 14 says, مرفوعة مطهرة, exalted and purified. What means exalted? Really high value, For example, when you look at any creature, you see anything in the world, maybe a leaf of a tree or one plant, one flower, one star, something, whatever. They are so valuable. They are not base creatures, although we may not like, for example, an ant. Now, what's that? I don't want it in my kitchen, for example. But it is an exalted creature. If you want to study an ant, you can really write volumes of book in its existence, all the qualities you find, which kind of systems, how the cells are working in the body of the ant, the shape of the ant, work of the ant, quality of the ant. They know what they are doing. They can smell, they can communicate. How wonderful creatures they are. If an ant is not and was not honored, what is honored in its existence? And purified, they convey the pure message. Mutahhar, mutahhara. It means really cleansed of any dirt, any doubt or no doubt can enter into the existence of an ant, so that you can say, it may happen by itself. It is a simple being, not complicated at all, not sophisticated at all. No, no, no. It is pure, exalted being in the universe. So we can understand this verse, these verses, as referring to human nature. Again, human nature is honored page of the creation, exalted and purified. You can study human nature, not only human body, human qualities. You understand that they are so pure, you cannot ascribe them to any simple matter. They are given by the creator of the universe directly to human being with no pollution of matter interfered in their existence. No polluted matter interfered into existence, directly created by the creator of the universe. No material means that you can attribute the existence of your sense of love to any material thing, so pure. You can also say that this is referring to the speech of the creator to the Quran. It is honored. No one can find anything which cannot be approvable, confirmable by pure human nature, unconditioned, unbiased human nature. If I have my biases, I soiled it, I dirtied it, I stained it, of course I cannot see the truth. I have to be careful to purify myself from any prejudice, any learned, especially learned information from secular civilization, secular education, secular consideration, worldly concerns. We have to be careful. If it is pure, then they understand really the teachings of the Quran is exalted, honored, and purified. So it is written, the verse 15 says, by the hands of scribes. And the last verse also says, by the hands of scribes, but those scribes are noble and righteous. Now, it's a very, very deep meaning, that by the hands of scribes, noble and righteous. What do we refer to the pronoun it? If you say universe, the noble scribes are angels. If you refer to the Quran, the noble scribes, it means the angels bring the meaning to the prophet, which is called the Gabriel, angel Gabriel. So these hands of the scribes, in fact, one of the meaning of the original word, Safara, means messengers. The message carriers, not the prophets here, definitely. I mean, not necessarily. Even the angels who bring the news from the Creator is the Safara. It means the messenger, brings the news to the prophet. And if you look at the universe, of course, the universe is realized after receiving the command of the Creator, will of the Creator. They transform it into a physical world. It is also, the universe is also written by the hands of the messenger angels. These angels are noble and righteous. It means they can never make any mistake. They are not allowed to make mistakes. They are righteous. They are employed to implement the will of the Creator in the form of created universe. So whatever you think, all these verses, the verses we studied from 12, 13, 14, up to 16, not up to 17, or including 16, they all claim that whatsoever we experience in the Quran, in the universe, in the real pure existence of human instincts, human nature, in the practical life of the prophet, they are all honored, exalted, purified, noble, and righteous means of transferring the message of the Creator to me, introducing the message of the Creator to me. I hope we benefited from these verses. So if we try to understand the Quran as applicable to our real life conditions, we have to take it out of its historical context, although we have to benefit without rejecting the historical context. We have to benefit from the historical context, but we have to update it to our real life conditions. And we understand that the Quran speaks to us right now, in order to guide us, remind us what we should remember in our practical life, so that we should use our free will in order to adjust ourselves to the real life conditions that we are living. So, inshallah, the time is up. So our discussion was beneficial. I enjoyed it. Inshallah, you also did enjoy it. Thank you very much for joining us today. And inshallah, next Saturday, God willing, if possible, 11:30, next Monday, again at 6:30 again. And also, we are having this kind of discussions on Saturdays and Sundays at 4 o'clock in another Zoom meeting room. If anybody is interested, we are going to send this Zoom meeting information. Please let us know You can write to Hamim or Islam from Within, or to me, or there are friends who are taking care of Islam from Within webpage. They will see it. They will give you the information, inshallah. Thank you very much. May God be pleased with you. And I hope, I pray to God that he will give us a healthy and safe life with a real belief consciousness. I know who I am, inshallah. That confidence is needed, certainty in our existence, surety in our existence, what we need. We are created for a purpose, and we are taken away from this world for a purpose. We have our owner who gave us existence, and the same owner will take us from this type of existence, but it doesn't mean we should lose our existence. That is the real hope, real pleasure I feel about my continuation of existence. Thank you. May Allah be pleased with you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Ali. Thank you.
Alaikum salam. Thank you very much. Jazakumullahu khair. Okay, wassalamu alaikum. Here we are. Okay, I have to stop YouTube.